Imagine walking through your town on a normal summer morning. People are buying food. Children are playing. Everything seems ordinary. Then, without warning, a woman steps into the middle of the street and begins to dance. There is no music, no celebration, no festival. She dances for hours. Then she dances through the night. The next day, she's still dancing. Soon, another person joins her. Then another. Then dozens. Within weeks, hundreds of people are dancing uncontrollably. Some collapse from exhaustion. Some reportedly die. But the strangest part, no one knows exactly why it happened. Welcome to one of history's greatest mysteries, the dancing plague of 1518. Welcome to Marioscope, where we uncover unbelievable true stories, mysterious events, and the strangest moments in human history. Today's story sounds like something from a horror movie, but it actually happened over 500 years ago, or at least, that's what historical records tell us. Let's travel back to the summer of 1518. The year is 1518. The place is Strasbourg, a city that today lies in eastern France. But back then it was part of the Holy Roman Empire. Life wasn't easy. Many families struggled with poverty. Disease was common. Food shortages had left people hungry. Fear and uncertainty filled everyday life. Most people believed illnesses could be caused by supernatural forces or divine punishment. Doctors knew very little compared to what we know today. It was a time when hope was scarce. And then something happened that no one could explain. A woman named Frau Trofea walked out of her home. She stepped into the street, and she started dancing. At first, people laughed. They thought she was celebrating, but as the hours passed, the smiles disappeared. She didn't stop. She danced through the afternoon. She danced into the night. She danced the next day. Witnesses claimed she continued for days. Her feet became swollen, and then her body was exhausted, yet she kept moving. Other people began dancing too, not because they wanted to, but because they couldn't seem to stop. But within days, more people began dancing, then dozens, then over 100. The streets of Strasbourg transformed into something no one had ever seen before. Men, women, young, old. They all danced, not with smiles, but with expressions of pain, fear, and exhaustion. Many desperately tried to stop, but according to historical accounts, they simply couldn't imagine hearing cries for help. While feet kept moving without rest, the sound of shoes striking the stone streets echoed. Through the city, day and night, people watched in horror. Some believed demons had taken control. Others thought God was punishing the city. Doctors were called to investigate. But instead of finding an answer, they reached a shocking conclusion. The town's physicians believed the dancers suffered from what they called hot blood. Their solution? Let the victims dance until the sickness left their bodies. Instead of stopping the dancing, the authorities encouraged it. They cleared public spaces, built wooden stages, and even hired musicians and dancers to keep the victims moving. Imagine that, people collapsing from exhaustion, and the government responding by providing music. It sounded reasonable to them at the time, but according to historical accounts, the number of dancers continued to grow. The cure had become part of the problem. As the days passed, exhaustion took its toll. Some dancers reportedly collapsed in the streets. Historical accounts also claim that some people died from complications such as exhaustion or heart-related problems, although the exact number of deaths is uncertain and debated by historians. Families were terrified. No one knew who would be next, and no one knew how to stop it. The entire city was trapped inside a mystery that still puzzles experts. More than 500 years later, or maybe entertaining herself, no one understood why. Something even stranger happened at first. Everyone believed Frau Trofea was the only one affected. If dancing wasn't contagious, then what caused hundreds of people to lose control of their own bodies? More than 5 centuries later, scientists are still searching for the answer. More than 500 years have passed since the dancing plague. Yet historians and scientists still debate what really happened. No single explanation answers every question, but there are several leading theories. The most widely accepted explanation today is something called mass psychogenic illness, sometimes called mass sociogenic illness. This happens when extreme psychological stress spreads through a group of people, producing real physical symptoms without a contagious disease. Remember, the people of Strasbourg were already living through famine, disease, and fear. Many believed supernatural forces could punish entire communities. Experts think that under these conditions, anxiety may have spread from one person to another until it affected large numbers of people. The dancing wasn't fake. The suffering was real, but the cause may have begun in the mind. Another theory suggests that people ate bread contaminated with a fungus called ergot, which grows on rye grain. Ergot contains chemicals that can affect the nervous system. Some researchers once believed it caused hallucinations and uncontrolled movements. However, many modern historians question this explanation. People poisoned by ergot are usually too sick or weak to dance continuously for days. So, while it's possible, many experts no longer consider it the strongest theory. Some historians believe religion played an important role. At the time, many people believed Saint Vitus could either curse or heal those who danced uncontrollably. Fear itself may have made the outbreak worse. When people expected a curse, their minds and bodies may have responded in ways they couldn't control. Despite centuries of research, no one has solved the mystery completely. The dancing plague remains one of history's strangest recorded events. It reminds us that the human mind is incredibly powerful. Sometimes, the greatest mysteries aren't hidden in space or beneath the ocean. They're hidden inside us. Imagine living in a town where your neighbors suddenly begin dancing without stopping. No warning, no explanation, only fear. Whether the cause was psychological, medical, or something history has forgotten, one fact remains. The dancing plague of 1518 is one of the most unusual events ever recorded, and perhaps some mysteries are never meant to be fully solved. I'm Mario, and this is Marioscope. If you enjoyed today's story, subscribe for more unbelievable true stories, mysterious discoveries, and historical mysteries from around the world. Until next time, keep exploring with Marioscope.